Khamzat Chimaev came to the sport, dominated, took over, undefeated, took out a lot of big names, took out a lot of people very, very quickly. But since the last fight, it's been quite some time now. Last time out in UFC 279 against Kevin Holland, went out there, ragdolled him, got the win, but he missed weight, okay? And that's a real issue. Came in supremely heavy, flipped off all the crowd. That made him like the Bond villain, the bad guy, and he's happy to play up to that. Listen, Khamzat Chimaev is a real force of nature, but the next fight, the one that everyone's talking about, is Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman. In fact, Usman, you gotta respect this guy. Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian nightmare. Up until recently, was the welterweight champion of the world, the pound for pound number one as well, loses twice in a row to Leon Edwards, falls off, drops off in many ways, you might say, but he still wants to take on top contenders. So you got to give it to Usman. And here's what Usman had to say to the press recently. I went into Dana's office and I said, hey, okay, this is the guy that you guys are saying is the next guy in the division. Okay, give me that guy. I said that to Dana. You know, at the end of the day, I have been and I still am the bogeyman of this division. I asked for the guy. If you want to fight, you want to be the champion, cut the effing weight and let's fight. I asked for the fight. He said he's going to be the bogeyman of the division, and I think he's a really good fighter. Very good. I like the guy, but hey, you want to fight, cut the weight and let's fight. Be disciplined. He doesn't want to do that anymore. You know, he's got money now. He's living life and he's living good, and he doesn't want to cut the weight. He wants to eat and he wants to move the goalposts for him. No, you want to be champion. This is the gold standard right here. Cut the weight and let's make it happen. Now, when asked if Usman would take the fight at 185, he scoffed at that suggestion. I'm getting this from MMA Junkie, by the way. He said, why would they approach me for 185? He's ranked, what, number 3 right now, isn't he? In what division? Welterweight. If you want to fight, let's fight. Okay, and went on to say again, Khamzat is, you know, at the end of the day, this guy keeps flirting with me online, a little flirter. Okay, he's flirting back and forth with me online at this point. He's just using me for clout. Well, of course, Khamzat Chimaev came out, he had something to say. He said, listen,
yeah, Kamaru Usman, what are you talking about me? You said you want to fight 84 kilos. Wait, no problem for you. You're a boogeyman. But I'm the wolf. Come up.
You say you're the bogeyman, I'm the wolf, come up, come on, let's fight, let's do it. Anyway, that's what's been going on, that's what they've been saying. And there's a potential that if this fight goes down, then the rumours are, what I'm reading online, is that it'll be in Abu Dhabi in October. Massive fight card planned for there. I'd be surprised if Chimaev wasn't on there, regardless of the opponent. Now, Usman, let's talk about this. What is he doing? I'm not sure what he's doing. Listen, I like Kamaru Usman. I think he's incredible, but I'm not sure what he gains out of this fight. You know, the reality is he was on top of the world. He lost back-to-back fights with Leon Edwards. Hey, that's the business. That's the game. That's how it goes. No shame. No disrespect whatsoever. He's still an incredible fighter and was an incredible champion. But if he was to beat Khamzat Chimaev, who is an incredibly dangerous fight, undefeated, and other than Gilbert Burns, who, of course, Kamaru Usman was able to finish, Khamzat couldn't do that. But if he was to beat Khamzat Chimaev, what does he get out of it? I don't think he's in a position where he's going to fight for the title, okay? As we know, Colby Covington fights Leon Edwards next. Let's just say Colby wins. I'm not saying that, okay? But let's just say that for hypothetically, what, are they going to match up Colby versus Kamaru again? I mean, we've seen that twice already. Great fights, but I don't think we just want to repeat. I don't think we want to go back in time. And there's other contenders at welterweight as well. So I don't think Kamaru Usman would be rewarded with a title fight. Of course, this is just all my assumptions and guesses and hypothetical theories. But I don't think he would. And I don't think the appetite is there just yet for that, okay? Khamzat Chimaev on the flip side, if he was to beat Kamaru Usman, then yeah, of course, I think he would be the next guy in line. If Leon was to beat Colby, if Colby was to beat Leon, it doesn't matter who the champion would be. If Khamzat Chimaev could prove he can make 170, come out and beat a legend, a former champion, and no doubt a future Hall of Famer in Kamaru Usman, then yeah, there would be a lot on the line. There would be a title fight at stake. So realistically, it comes down to Khamzat Chimaev. What does he want to do? Does he want to be a welterweight champion of the world? Because he has the potential there to beat someone in Kamaru that will get him that fight, regardless of who it is. It's on about fighting at 185. He's been matched up with, well, rumoured to be matched up with people like Paulo Costa. Okay, I'd love to see that fight. And I think given the fact he missed 7 pounds last time, he has made it several times before. No problem, no issue. Wasn't easy, but he did it. Maybe he just needs to rein things in. Maybe he needs to eat less, follow a stricter diet, have a little bit more discipline. We know inside the octagon, Khamzat Chimaev is phenomenal. He's a great boxer. He's a great wrestler. He's got tremendous jiu-jitsu, very powerful, very big, very strong, great gas tank, and he's as confident as they come. So what do you want to happen? I said do it at 170. I think Khamzat Chimaev can make 170 again, and there it is. For Khamzat Chimaev, he's got all the motivation in the world. Put down the cheeseburgers, put down the whatever it is, right? We know he doesn't drink, so he's not really ingesting calories unless it's like Coca-Cola or soda. And if he is, give your head a wobble. Shouldn't be drinking that crap anyway, especially when you're a professional athlete, although I do like a Coke Zero now and again, even when I was fighting. A little treat. But Khamzat, the Nigerian nightmare is there, ready and waiting. That is your ticket to a title fight, ticket to becoming a world champion, a pay-per-view star, and of course going on to solidify your legacy and make millions of dollars. So if I was in his corner, if I was managing, I would implore him to do that. And if he can't, then he needs to just come out and be honest and say, look, listen, I'm too big for welterweight. It absolutely killed me. And there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. As you're training, as you're lifting, as you're going about your athletic career, your body changes, certainly as you start getting a little bit older. So there's no shame there. And if he was to move up to 185, there was a whole host of incredible matchups there for him. So there it is. October, Abu Dhabi. I'm not saying this is not an announcement. I'm just saying there's a potential. There's a potential there. Who else? Well, Islam Makhachev, he's going to be on that card. I would imagine he's going to be main eventing on that card. Against Volkanovski, we don't know. We don't know what the timeline's going to be for the return of Volkanovski given the arm. But Dana did say he will pretty much do whatever Volk wants to do because he's been such a great champion, such a workhorse, and he's so good. I'd like to see it. So there it is. Could you imagine? Main event, Islam Makhachev versus Volkanovski. Co-main event, Kamaru Usman versus Khamzat Chimaev. And then there's so many others. I mean, they could put on. That fight card's going to be ridiculous. And the rest of the year as well, if you're a UFC fan, it's going to get brilliant. I mean, we've got the BMF in 2 weeks. Next week, I'll be in London, the return of Tom Aspinall. We've got John Jones versus Stipe. Conor McGregor is pretty sure that he's making his return. So big fights on the horizon. If you're a UFC fan, now is a great time. And now is a great time to subscribe and ring the bell because we got loads of content coming up. And also, if you didn't know, we also have a members-only channel on here. And in fact, here's a little bit more information about that. How we doing, everybody? Now, the time has come. Michael Bisping's YouTube channel. Yes, I just spoke about myself in the third person. The Michael Bisping YouTube channel, your favorite YouTube channel, is now offering memberships. Now, listen, I'll still be doing the same things that I've been doing every single day for the last 6 months, providing daily content. But with a member, you can now enjoy exclusive content and you can also enjoy exclusive live chats. And I just want to point out that the memberships, that is just for extras if you want to join. Now, there's 3 different levels of memberships and each with its different perks. First of all, there's the contender level. That will give you exclusive Bisping badges next to your name in the comment sections and live chats. Next up, we have champion level. Everything that contender gets, plus exclusive live chats and exclusive videos. And then, of course, we got the Hall of Famer level. Everything that the contenders and the champions get, plus super exclusive Hall of Fame only live streams, a commercial-free experience, and personal shout-outs in videos. Listen, we've got some massive plans for this channel and we would love your support. So please click the membership tab or click the link in the comment section down below.